morning. I'm going to sit here with my nearly cold cup of tea and chat to you. I've got my hot water bottle. I am feeling better overall. I think just a little bit of a relapse, some pain, and feeling like a bowling ball is rolling around my pelvis. That's a normal thing, right? I didn't really talk too much in my vlog yesterday. I really wanted to kind of focus on Lucy's story, so thank you to those of you who will be watching that when that goes up, and if anyone feels inclined to donate, I know she'd really appreciate that. The other thing I guess going on today is that I will be changing locations, so I figured I should probably give a bit of it background and disclosure on this, because I don't want it to seem like I'm, I don't know, doing something non-COVID safe. Here in Scotland we are still in a lockdown stay-at-home order, so that's why when you've seen me go out for coffee you actually have to collect it from like a window. They have to have something set up so that it's essentially like just picking it up outside. I went to Cawthall a couple of days ago and they had like an outside thing set up in like a one-way walk through, and then yesterday I went to Space, which is like my favourite coffee shop in Glasgow. They make the best mochas and they have a poster of the New Zealand map in there, because I guess that's where the owner learned to make coffee, so big fan. So I was able to go there and get a coffee like at the window, and yeah, that's what places have to do right now. And I have been staying in my support bubble, so if you live on your own you're allowed to have like a support bubble or extended household. So I am in an extended household with someone, so I'm here and then going to go back to my flat, which is going to be empty as of this afternoon, and apart from the cat. So that's why this location situation is going to change. We both have flats, but it's just that ability to kind of switch between the two, but without interacting with other people. It's just trying to keep everything very small, our little world very contained. I mean, I don't even go to the grocery shops, get groceries delivered if possible. So just trying to stay home, stay safe, not talk to anyone. Well, I guess talking to people like through Zoom and things, but not interacting with people. And you're allowed to also have like an outdoor time with one other person who's not in your household. I thought I should just disclose before I suddenly appear in a different place, either this evening on the vlog or another day. That's what's going on. Hopefully you'll get to see then my cat, because I can't believe that I'm like, what, this is day 5 of this and you still haven't seen cat footage, and I know that's what you're really here for, like, let's be honest. I'm excited to show you Raglan. And yeah, it's just a work day. Today is Friday and I'm going to work on my thesis a bit. And I already did my Tiurau Maori homework, so I am currently learning Maori, which is the indigenous language in New Zealand, because my thesis has to do with place names of Southern Island of New Zealand, so in the Otago region. So naturally I come across some Maori place names, and it's not even in the sense that, oh, I want to translate and give meanings of this, because I that's not really my place to, and I can't do that. But for my sake, I want to be able to engage with Maori material so I can understand to some degree, and at least, you know, respectfully show that I am trying to understand. I think it's one of those things that obviously before I started my thesis I hadn't thought very deeply about what I was engaging in. I mean, this was such a like white settler privilege type mentality of not realizing that even though I am focusing on Pākehā or European origin place names in the region, I can't just not engage with the Maori place names because it's something that I'm not familiar with or don't have a background in. Like, I obviously need to engage with those names and some of the stories and lore and people behind them. I've had to really restructure my thesis to make sure that I am trying to do it justice, but also making sure that my background, my perspective, and thereby bias, I guess, like naturally needs to be acknowledged in everything that I do, so that it doesn't come off like I am Maori. I'm not, so I need to make sure that I am prefacing the things that I do with, like, this is not my cultural knowledge to speak on per se, but it is something that I can signpost to resources. The Ngaitahu, who is, they are the iwi that, or tribe that is in the South Island, in the region that I'm looking at. So they have put together a Kaihuru Manu, and it's like a place names atlas map. It is over the region that I'm looking at, and oh my god, I'm just kind of ranting here, but yeah, essentially I'm looking at this. They've got some really amazing resources that I want to highlight and signpost to in my thesis and say, like, obviously there are people way better suited to be looking at some of these things than I am. I can engage with Gaelic place names in the South Island, I can engage with Scottish, European origin, you know, English place names and where they come from and where they were brought over from, and that is a big focus of what I'm looking at. It's just taken a bit of time to kind of reevaluate what I am doing, and definitely taking this Te Rao class has been really enlightening and I think added a lot to what I'm doing, and I wish I had done it earlier on. I just really struggled to find anyone to teach me, but because of the pandemic a lot of instructors have moved online and made their courses really accessible, so that is one good thing to come out of the pandemic, is that these language classes are more accessible and offered in my time zone and things, so that's been nice. I hope you enjoy these brief looks at my day, and I'll hopefully take some video of the cat later when I get back to my flat. But yeah, just wanted to make sure that you knew what was going on with that, and that I am being COVID safe and keeping to my bubble and not going out and, you know, having a whale of a time anywhere. I'm just waiting it out like the rest of us, so I will see you in a bit. Bye. So something really unfortunate happened. I ordered bubble tea and it didn't come with a straw, which means I actually can't drink it. Like, there is no straw. You need like the thicker straw in order to like drink the bubbles and the tea, so it's not gonna happen. But luckily, after I do my helpline shift this evening, I'm going back to my flat where I have thicker straws for bubble tea for when I try to make it myself, and that will be fine. But in the meantime, it's quite sad because I just get to stare at it and not drink it, and I was gonna hope it would like sustain me through my shift, but oh well. It's about to start in like 3 minutes, so I'm gonna go get logged on and hopefully take some calls and talk to some folk, and yep, and then I'm gonna go see my cat.